We've all been there. Day one of the new you. You've got the fresh gym shoes, the meal prep containers, and a mountain of willpower. But by day four, the new you is exhausted. You feel like a failure because you couldn't just power through. We're told that change is a battle of will, a test of your character. If you fail, you're just not strong enough, right? Wrong. Dr. Matthew C. Haug is an associate professor of philosophy at the College of William and Mary, a U.S. research university. His primary research areas include philosophy of mind, philosophy of science, moral psychology, and metaphysics. His work centers on understanding self-control, particularly what psychological traits enable effective management of desires and impulses. According to Dr. Matthew C. Haug, the way we've been taught to think about change for the last 2,000 years is actually psychologically unrealistic. In his research, including his 2025 book Rethinking Self-Control, Dr. Haug argues that the people who are the best at changing their lives aren't actually the ones with the most willpower. Today, we're going to look at the Indirect Harmony Hypothesis. You're going to learn why your brain resists direct change and how to achieve harmony without the constant, exhausting fight. For centuries, we followed a neo-Aristotelian framework. In this model, there are two types of people. First, the temperate person. They don't even want the bad thing. They see a salad and a donut, and they genuinely want the salad. No struggle, no problem. Second, the continent person. This is most of us. We want the donut, but we use brute force willpower to choose the salad. We struggle, we fight our desires, and we win, but it's exhausting. We've been taught that being continent, being a warrior of will, is the peak of human excellence, but Dr. Haug argues this model is a trap. Science shows that direct resistance, trying to suppress a desire in the moment, is one of the least effective ways to actually change your life long term. If your strategy for change is just try harder, you're essentially planning for failure. But if willpower isn't the answer, what is? Dr. Haug makes a crucial distinction between direct and indirect strategies for self-control. Direct strategies are what we usually try. It's synchronic self-control, happening right now, in the moment of temptation. You're at the party, the cake is in front of you, and you're screaming no in your head. Research suggests that being good at this kind of effortful resistance doesn't actually correlate with the long-term beneficial life outcomes we want. It's a fool's road. Indirect strategies are diachronic. They happen across time. Instead of fighting the desire, you use your intelligence to prevent the conflict from ever happening. This brings us to Dr. Haug's Indirect Harmony Hypothesis. It claims that high-trait self-control isn't about being a better fighter, it's about being a better architect. But wait, if we aren't fighting our desires, does that mean we're just giving in? Not at all. It means we're changing the rules of the game. Dr. Haug argues that people who are highly self-controlled achieve a state of indirect harmony. They use indirect strategies like changing their environment, forming habits, or reframing how they think to make their desires align with their goals. Imagine you want to stop scrolling on your phone at night. The direct way? Keeping the phone on your nightstand and promising yourself you won't touch it. High conflict, high failure rate. The indirect way? Putting the phone in a different room and buying an old-fashioned alarm clock. In the second scenario, there is no fight. You've created harmony between your goal, sleep, and your environment. Dr. Haug points out that this is a human excellence. It's not about being a robot. It's about using our unique human capacity for planning to protect ourselves from our own impulses. So, how do we actually apply this academic research to our messy daily lives? Dr. Haug's work suggests 3 steps to move away from the struggle and toward harmony. Step 1, stop praising the struggle. We often feel proud when we resist a temptation. Dr. Haug suggests we should rethink this. If you had to resist, it means you were in conflict. The goal isn't to be a better resistor, it's to have fewer things to resist. Step 2, focus on executive function, not just inhibition. Surprisingly, being highly self-controlled doesn't necessarily mean you have a superpowered inhibition center in your brain. It means you're better at executive function, the ability to plan, shift focus, and organize your life so you don't end up in temptation traps. Step 3, build the environment, not the will. If you want to change, don't look inward at your weak will. Look outward. What indirect strategies can you use today to make the right choice the easiest choice? Change is difficult because we've been trying to win a war that we don't actually have to fight. Dr. Matthew C. Haug's research gives us permission to stop being warriors and start being architects. When you stop trying to power through and start building indirect harmony, change doesn't just become possible, it becomes permanent. Imagine a morning where you don't have to argue with yourself about the gym because your bag is already in the car. Imagine a workday where you don't struggle with distractions because you've removed them before you sat down. That is the power of indirect harmony. Think of the traditional view of change as a brave soldier constantly fighting off invaders at the city gates. The harder he fights, the more self-control he is said to have. Dr. Haug's indirect harmony model is like a skillful diplomat who prevents the war from ever starting by building better roads, signing treaties, and ensuring the invaders never reach the gates in the first place. Lasting change isn't about winning the battle, it's about making the battle necessary. Your next challenge? Pick one area where you're currently fighting your willpower. Instead of trying harder tomorrow, ask yourself, what one indirect change can I make to remove the fight entirely? If you're tired of the noise of typical self-help and want more grounded psychological insights like this, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Build harmony, and I'll see you in the next video.